John Kavulich, who is the president of the US-Cuba Trade and Economic Council. John, welcome to the program. Tell us about the economic situation and the shortages that people are complaining about. Is that a temporary situation that has been worsened by the coronavirus pandemic, or is it a long-lasting issue?
A chronic issue that began with the revolution in 1959 and has continued pretty much unabated through 2021, and it's unlikely to get any better in the short term.
And what do you make of President Díaz-canel's accusation that the U.S. is to blame in its sanctions?
The sanctions do exacerbate problems. However, the sanctions are exacerbating the chosen commercial, economic, and political systems of Cuba, which by definition are inefficient. So you have what the Cubans are choosing to do, which doesn't help them earn foreign exchange, which doesn't help them develop a sound economic base. And then you have on top of that the US laws, US regulations, and US policies that further make the process difficult.
Regarding the policies of the government over the past, well, shall we say decade at least, let's take that as a time frame, things have been loosening somewhat. The government of Cuba seems to be trying to find some kind of middle path between communism and capitalism. The most recent was, what was it, a few months ago, they said that more people can open private businesses. Is it caught in a difficult place trying to find that balance?
They are, because the most difficult challenge for the government of Cuba is to define success. It's how much can someone make? How much can someone keep before the government needs to take enough away from them to bring them back in line with everyone else, which of course is pretty nonsensical, but that's their big challenge is, can someone become rich? Should they become rich? Can someone employ other people besides themselves? And the Cuban government's general rule is when they're in trouble, they will relax. They let the relaxing go until they feel they've overcome the problem, and then they start to recalibrate and retrench. But the last 5 years, Cuba has had less elasticity. They don't have the distance that they did between something going bad and then coming out of it. And so what we're seeing now is a government that has to deliver, and they've chosen in a unique way, because in some respects, the demonstrations aren't all bad for the Díaz-canel administration. And what I mean by that is they know, the Cuban government knows that the Biden administration is completing its Cuba review. And they're betting that that Cuba review, once implemented, will not be as worse, or will not be worse than what the Trump administration did. So in some respects, the US political scene, Biden's under a lot of pressure to do something. And if he does speed up the process of the review and implement it, the Cubans are betting that they can not only survive whatever he throws at them, but they can use it to their advantage.
John Kavulich, really appreciate the analysis. Thank you so much indeed.